So my friend just found the bag and I pulled it out and I sting myself on something and I didn't know what it could be, but there's some sandals inside with all of those needles in it, and there's a rock inside too. So I have no idea what's the meaning of that, but I think this is again some voodoo thing. Needles coming out there. I didn't sting myself very hard, so I think it's not that bad, but I have no idea what this could mean. Anyways, be careful out there.
Guys, I found the first Gopro this year. Check this out. Right here. GoPro here is short. I think the battery pack, but I see that's the one inside. I'll open it up my phone and let it try out and see. We're taking it back on. So stay on it.
I found cash in the river. It is Kuwait. I have no idea what this is, where this is from. Seems Arabic. It's a second bill. It's a second $1 bill I find, but I have no idea what currency this is. But that's cool. So in case I put this in the wrap up, this is the trash pile from stuff that I took out while cleaning up a bit. It took 1.5 hours to get all that out the river in a small area. Actually, there's a lot much more, but yeah, at least that one's out. The good stuff is gonna be on another post.
About 10 fries or more. But I won't give up until I get it found. So I just pulled this one out because it was in the river and I thought I'd clean it up. But as I grabbed this, the phone fell out. So let's see find it again. Got it.
welcome to the wrap up. This is how one dive turned into 4 dives. I was out with a friend in a different area to look for stuff, and we did pretty good actually, but my GoPro battery died, so in the first dive I think I just have 3 or 4 clips. You saw me find that S9 and those speakers, as well as I think another phone, maybe the iPhone X, I guess. And the rest we found at a different spot when I was already running out of battery. And the last find was the funniest, these JBL speakers, because we just tested the blue ones, which I was pretty sure they would still work. And those just came floating by while we did that. So we were already dressed and out at the river, but those just came swimming by, and we were able to just grab them out of the river and had them. So that was a funny find. Also, cool fact was that I lost actually those red and black speakers, like not that ones, but the exact same colorway ones, in a different river 4 days before. And I wanted to find me some new speakers. So all the phones are waterlocked and they were in for too long. That one would have been good, but the back is cracked, so water went in and it doesn't work, sadly. This one's too far gone. It's a S9. And yeah, those, you can tell, I have no idea how long they've been in the river, but those are beyond working. That one too, I took the battery out of this, it was also completely blown up. That's pretty old, as you can tell by the look of it. I found my first jewel, that was exciting. I see a lot of people finding them. And a couple of old stolen wallets probably, because there's no more cash and just a couple of cards left, which already ran out of date, so there's no point of trying to find the owner anymore. And I found half of a Samsung tablet, which 3 dives later I found the rest of it, but I threw it away. So that was funny too. Yeah, then I spotted at that dive with a friend another phone and a gray Nike gym bag, which I went back to look a couple of days later to see if I can try and get it out. But the gym bag was gone already because it was raining in the meantime, and the water was rising and then getting back to the normal point when I went back, but probably the current swept it away or someone else found it, I don't know. And when I arrived to the spot where I was looking for the phone, while I did that, I could relocate it one time, but that was the only time. I tried 15 times going back and in and out and back, and trying to first locate them and then get them out, but I was having a hard time, and at some point I stopped. During that, I was able to spot 3 other phones, like 4 in total, and I was able to get at least one out. This one, it's a Huawei phone, but also that is beyond going to work, you can tell by the look of it. So I had to leave the other ones behind because I was out of breath. And that one was a find which was in the river, but I was magnet fishing inside the river because it was in such a deep area I could spot it, but I had no chance to go down without a weight belt in my wetsuit. So I took out the magnet and let it down and was able to get it out. But for some reason my GoPro had some issues back that time, so maybe you realized that there were sound issues at certain clips, and also this just got cut off and then started going at some point when I already had it out. So that's a little bit sad because it would have been a cool footage, but at least I got the phone out. I found those Ray-Bans, this wallet with some Russian coins inside, another way too far gone speaker, and another speaker UE Boom as well. It's 3rd generation, and those work too. So find a lot of working speakers lately. That's cool. And I took that one out magnet fishing too, because it was on a point where you could not go in and dive because it's a risky area and you shouldn't go dive there. So I was luckily having my magnet with me and was able to get them out like that. And I'll put the clip right here. My friend did a story about it, so it's not like good quality, but you'll see. Then I tried to go back for the other 3 phones that I spotted, which turned to be this all. But none of those phones are the ones that I spotted, because when I went back, I couldn't relocate any of them. So I don't know, either someone else found them or the current swept them away further downriver. I spotted one further downriver, but it was also in an area where I couldn't go down. It was very deep, and current was too strong to swim back against it or even pass a second time, because it was so far out. I wouldn't have never relocate that one anymore. So I just let it sit there. Maybe I will find it someone else further downriver, but we'll see. So I found, where do I start? I found another UEMUM speaker, which is actually brand new, but it's waterlogged already. It doesn't work, sadly. I found a iPhone X, this wallet with $1 inside. And yeah, at some point again, my GoPro battery died. I need to get that replaced or find a new one or whatever, because I have some GoPro issues in the last days. And yeah, it's a little bit of annoying, but still it works, and it was free, so it's kind of okay for the video quality that I do. So I did a cleanup. You can see the haul right now here. And while cleaning up, I found a couple of bills stuck in branches along the way, like in a distance of about 100 meters, and where I did the cleanup. So I happened to find those, which are in there for a while, as they look like. And those which must have been recent drops, it's all Arabic money. And that's about $100 or even more than $100. I'll calculate that down and put it in my story on Instagram if you saw it. And yeah, while I cleaned it up, I also found that Nokia phone and this old camera, which has an SD card inside, which I didn't check yet. But that's cool, so I kept it. Also found lots of other wallets. I just took that coach with me, but I think I found 5 or 6 wallets more that day, which I just let in the trash pile to, yeah, because it was too much to carry with me and it was nothing too special to hoard. So I thought I just left it there. So also funny was those Gucci sunglasses, but they are too far gone, so they are beyond wearable or restorable, sadly. But still a cool find. I haven't found Gucci glasses, I think, yet. And a GoPro. The first GoPro this year, it's a Hero 4. And it's the first time I found one with a battery pack behind, so that was cool. It's not waterlogged. It was a little bit of moisture inside, but I think it should still work. I didn't try it yet. I looked up the footage and it was lost 2017, I guess, because the last pictures were taken at the river which I found it, and it was dated back to 2017, so that's probably possible. And yeah, after that I went back another day just for fun, because I came to a point where I said it's nice to be there and nice to search this area. So I randomly went back without having a goal to find anything, which I spotted in the third dive. But still I came up on an iPhone X. It's the XR. It was very blown up and I took the battery out. That's the inside without the battery yet. And while I found this, I also had to try about 10 to 15 times. It was so tricky to relocate it at the point, because the river is very big, so you can swim by, spot it, and go out and try to relocate it, but it's difficult a bit. While I did that, I came across a gray bag, which you saw in the video, and when I pulled it out, this phone just dropped out of it. So I went back and gave another try to get that phone out as well. And it's an iPhone X as well. I found 3 in all these dives, but it's waterlogged too, so none of them work, sadly, even though they should be waterproof, but depending on how long they were inside. I found that one, which I thought was a phone, but it's just a battery pack, and I will be throwing it away because it's already blowing up a bit. And as well as another UE speaker, and those look the same, but they're not. Like it's 2 speakers. And also that gun, which was cool. Yeah, I'll have to turn that in, sadly, so I did the wrap up just a couple of days later. And yeah, now I'm good to give it away, and maybe I'll try to get it back. I have to see what the police says on that. It has a serial number on it, and yeah, I'll update you about that. But I'm waiting for 2 other guns to get back as well, so that might gonna take a while on this one too. So if I ever gonna get it back. Found the bungee cord as well, and a old iPhone 7 Plus, which I took out the battery as well because it was really blowing up. But I like the look. It's a cool look when it's like all this river slime on it, seagrass or whatever this is. Yeah. So long outro, but it was totally worth it, and I had a blast going out, and for sure I'll be back there and update you if I find any of the things that I missed in any of those dives which I spotted previously. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram to see every single thing that I found, every haul that I found, and what I found in the meantime. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and have a nice hunt.